What's going on, guys? In here in the shop sick today. Awesome time. Okay, so we need to paint a couple panels here. Let's move the sander. We're gonna use this to paint on. This is our old door. Hey, what's up, Chase? Where are you up to this morning, man? Working on getting these shaker doors finished up here today. I'm sick, if you can't tell. I feel awful. Gotta get work done though. Let's see. There we go. That guy. You working today? What are you up to? Hey, what's up, honey? How you doing? That's not the right. That's not the right roller. Let's see if we got the right roller. Oh. Yes, we do. All right, there we go. What's everybody up to today? Morning, missus. Sitting at the shop trying to stay warm. You're probably going to hear my electric heater going off because I still haven't got the gas line to the furnace in here replaced. I need to get a valve replaced on it that's leaking, so it's off. So I'm using an electric heater, which is a lot more annoying, but we're getting there. I'm drinking a little coffee. I need to grab my coffee. Starting on second pot now. That's the energy we need right there. That's how you get shit done. 2 pots of coffee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my coffee. All right. So we're in here working sick today. What's up, Steph? Painting it pink. I mean, I can if you want to call the client and ask them if they're cool with pink. We'll paint it whatever color they want. Alright, let's get the handle off this. This is their old door. I cut a corner off of it to get a paint match. But this is their old door. whatever contractor they hired just took a piece of plywood and sanded the edge over and painted it white. So now they're paying me to go back and make some shaker style doors and a new frame for their cabinets next to their fireplace. This is part two. Part one, we went ahead and made the frame. We made the frame of the cabinet doors, cut the plywood inserts and everything. Now we're going to paint all of it, get the cabinet doors completely put together, and then work on filling our pocket hole screws and painting the frames of the doors, and then it'll be finished. So we're gonna get that done. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm sick, so we'll see how long I last here today. But I also need to make some videos because Christmas is coming up, and I know people are looking for plans for things that they can make for Christmas to sell or to give to people as gifts. So I need to get the ball rolling on that. Man, these are like some super chintzy, crappy handles too. Those are gone. Not giving them those back. We'll give them much better hardware. Okay, so let's lay this out. We're just gonna paint on their old crappy door. I need, these are the new panels that we're gonna be putting in to the doors. Just using 1/4-inch plywood. Morning, June, welcome in. Mrs. has 33 inches on her beard. Hey, look, I fixed the calculation on the Nightboss so it actually works. If you're curious how long your beard is today, type in !beard in the chat and it'll tell you. Chase has got a 36-inch beard. Nice, nice. Mrs. needs to shave. That's ridiculous. That's longer than mine. Let's get our paint. I went and got a color match done of this paint, and it turns out it's like two little ticks on a green bar, like where it shows the colors that they put into it. It's like two little drops of a green that they put into a white. So I'm just gonna use the paint that I got from them before, and hopefully it's close enough. If not, I'm gonna give them the leftover paint and tell them they can paint the rest of the cabinets with that. We'll see after we show up and actually install it. Find something to stir with here. What's everybody up to today? Who's working? Who's sitting around drinking coffee? Who's just hanging out waiting for the day to get rolling? Who's already been going for like 4 hours? I got a new computer here, so I think we fixed up all of the stream issues that we were having. Let me know how the audio sounds, if you can hear the music playing. If you type in !music, it'll bring up a link to my Suno account. All of the music in here I have made myself. So if you're looking for something to just listen to in the shop, I'm gonna be regularly putting new songs in there. It's all AI made music, but pretty cool stuff. Got some Halloween songs that we used in the Halloween stream. Got these kind of lo-fi folk songs that you're listening to right now, and we're going to be putting new songs up pretty much every week as I make new videos. Okay, we got that. Got our paint tray. Work perks of working from home. I wish I could work from home. I work from this tiny little garage in my mom's house because we don't have a garage, because in our house, our what would you call it, master suite was built into what used to be the garage. So we've got like a big master bedroom, an office, and a bathroom in what used to be the garage. I kind of wish it was just a garage so that I could have my shop at my house and work from my house. Let's get some paint in here. This paint's kind of old. I should have filtered it. It's got a few chunkies in there that we're gonna have to deal with, but that's all right. We'll roll with it. Get our panels painted. I think our little chunkies sank to the bottom. We'll deal with them as they come out. Coffee and smoke before starting a new project. That sounds like a great plan. Welcome in guys. I started up a Discord, and I've got one gentleman that joined into it. His name's David. We've been kind of chatting back and forth. If anybody's interested in joining the Discord, it's kind of a free space, free community, hangout spot. Got all sorts of features in there right now for like showing off the projects you're working on, or asking for tips on things that you're working on. It's got a tooltips section. It's got just a general hangout section where you guys can go in there and join in on video calls and hang out with each other and everything. Pretty cool stuff. I've got a Discord that I hang out in pretty much every day, so I figured I would take that knowledge and spread it on to all of you guys and give all of you guys a place to hang out and be inspired, learn new things, try new things, show off to others what you're working on. There's those chunkies. It's a lint from an old roller. That's all right, we'll just pull those out. They'd be just fine. Yesterday I confused the words jacuzzi with yakuza. Now I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia. That's something you don't ever want to do. You don't ever want to strip down to the Speedo and hop into your yakuza. Adding muffins and photo tip. Hey, Mrs. will take those muffin tips, I guarantee you. She's got that same mixer. I was telling you about the pumpkin bread that she made. Oh my God. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Yeah, this whole paint looks like it's gonna turn out just fine. Just fine. Saved us like 40 bucks buying a new can of paint. Just joined the Discord. Welcome in there, man. Welcome in. Oh, Steph, why'd you get censored by Nightbot, dude? What'd you do? It said stop spamming symbols. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'll get that fixed next stream. I just got the Nightbot up and running, so like the moderator settings on it right now are probably pretty tight. If it says stop spamming symbols, it's probably talking about like exclamation point or something, or repeating messages, I don't know. Let me get this first coat on these painted, and I'll get that fixed so nobody gets banned by Nightbot. His ban hammer is strong. I'm gonna have to put Nightbot in timeout, I know. Cranberry cream cheese muffin. God damn. That sounds delicious. Here, Jen, the link to the Discord is going to be right there. If you click on that link, it should prompt you. It's going to open up like a browser window, and if you don't have a Discord account, you're going to have to make a Discord account. But once you click on that link, it's going to invite you into that Discord so that you can get in there. But yeah, I've got one gentleman that came over. He came over from a long form video that I put out a couple weeks ago, kind of talking about the Discord, how I'm always going to keep it free, because I see a lot of these big creators out there that not necessarily Discord. A couple of them use Discord, a couple of them have like Facebook community pages, but they actually charge people to go in there and hang out at them. While I agree with that, and I think that's perfectly fine for other people, I didn't want to charge for that myself. I'd like for that space to be free. I am coming from the gaming community. I am actually a member of like 40 different Discords. In the gaming community, it's just kind of a normal given that you have a Discord so that everybody in your community can go in there and hang out and, you know, play games with each other. For some reason in the woodworking space here on YouTube, that is something that people feel like they need to charge money for, and I am completely good on that. I'll make money with my business, I'll make money from ad revenue, things like that. So having a place for people to come together and create is really important to me. I want to make sure that everyone is available to get in there. Not everybody has $10 a month to just have a place to hang out and create things. I get that. I wouldn't pay $10 a month for that myself, so I'm not charging you guys $10 a month for that. Everybody like the stream? Anybody new, welcome in, welcome in. Make sure you subscribe so that we can get that number up right there. That subscriber count is live, so anyone new that shows up and clicks that subscribe button, that number goes up. Trying to get that number to 1,000 as quickly as possible. Chase, I got, I think it's like the third video that I posted, the third long form video that I ever posted, which I've only got like 5 or 6 now, being like a brand new fresh account. But that video's got almost 1,000 views on it already, man. Tell me that's not cool. Figuring something out, I guess. Let's get, without getting paint all over myself, let's get our heat gun here. Get this first coat dried so we can get on to our second coat. Have a good rest of the day. Gotta get a jump on a meeting. Heard that? You go have your meeting. I'm sure I'll see you around somewhere this afternoon. Thanks for popping in. I'm going to keep working on these cabinets, get these things done, because people still want Christmas presents. Even if I'm sick, it doesn't matter. We got to make some money here. Using the heat gun to heat the shop a little bit now. There's a big tool tip. You use a heat gun in the shop on some big huge panels like this, and the panels heat up, they'll heat your shop while you're working. Follow me for more great tips. Yeah, Chase, that's what I thought, man. I was excited. I was excited. Hopefully this will help pay some of our bills here soon. Trying to kind of get this working in tandem with the business. Just be like a second form of income. We'll get there. Bought some pretty cool tools. What'd you pick up? What'd you pick up? Let's see if I can guess. You got the new Milwaukee M18 blower that they put out. Have you seen that? It kind of looks like an impact, but instead of like an impact driver head, it's got a blower that you can put different attachments and stuff on. Runs off an M18 battery. Thing looked pretty sweet. Hopefully Santa Claus is listening and he picks me up one of those for Christmas. We'll see. Almost dry enough for our second coat here. Going ahead and coating these so that when I put the frames on for the cabinet doors, all I have to do is, plug our holes for our pocket holes, sand those down, and then paint the frames. And then these are left loose. So go ahead and paint the panels before you put the frames on. That way when you paint everything, it's not sealing that little lip where the panel goes to the frame and it leaves the panel floating. So as the frame pieces for the wood expand and contract with the different seasons, that panel is still floating, and you're never gonna have a point where, imagine if that opens up like even 1/8 of an inch, that's gonna give you a line where you can see the wood where you didn't get it painted, where it's inside the channels of those frame pieces. So by going ahead and painting these, and you can even just paint the outside border first, everything that's inside of that channel is painted. So as it pulls out and pushes in, you're never going to see a paint line there. Jack plane, heck yeah. Dovetail saw. Have I seen those? Rabbet plane, that's pretty cool. I haven't used a rabbet plane myself. Dovetail saw, are you talking about the jig that you use with a pole saw? Or are you talking like the big, like the actual dovetail saw itself that you lock your piece into and then run your router through? What kind of a dovetail saw are you talking about? That sounds pretty cool. I don't do a lot of dovetails myself. I don't really make, smaller things, smaller pieces, so there's really no need for it. Drawers, I've done a few different techniques. I've done just a rabbeted edge and then put dowels in to lock everything after they set, after the clamp up and everything. You drill a hole through, you insert a dowel through there, and it locks all the corners into place. Those joints look pretty cool. June, welcome to the Discord. That's so cool. I'm hoping to get everybody in there. So if you guys have phone numbers or contacts for people, somewhere throughout there, when you're in the Discord, there will be like an invite friend little button you can click. Copy the link from that and send that to anybody that you know that's a maker that would love to get in there. It doesn't even have to be a woodworker. If we've got people that are doing like pottery, you know, ceramics or jewelry making, I'm trying to make it kind of an all-inclusive space. If we can get 1,000 people in there, that would be awesome. Eventually I'm going to work on, you know, kind of like weekend hangouts or whatnot. We'll just have a video call where everybody can sit around and hang out and just chat, talk about what they've worked on that week, talk about, you know, different things they're trying to do for their business, or just kind of a general hangout for a few hours every week. I think that would be really fun. Veritas hand saw for dovetails. Let me look this thing up. Let me look this thing up. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's like a pole saw. Did you get the one that comes with the guide and everything? I've got a pole saw. It's not quite that. I know that one's like a lot more fine-tuned for getting those really nice cuts against a jig. What's up, Robert? What are you up to this morning, man? Chase, let me see if I can dig out my pole saw. I've got like a little Jap saw that I use for stuff like that. There's mine. And it's got like a fine tooth on one side and then a more coarse tooth on the other side. And the teeth are angled back. So it's made, when you start your cut, it's made to be pulled, which gives you a lot more control over your cut, pulling instead of pushing. The reason why they call these Jap saws is because they developed the tooth design that way to give you more control. If you look at a standard hand saw, the teeth are either staggered, or some of them, the teeth are pointing forward. And as you drive it forward, it tends to stick, the blade will catch. But pulling and keeping that blade on the opposite side of your handle, on the opposite side of the force, gives you a lot more control and a lot cleaner cut. But that's the Jap saw. Awesome little tool. See if YouTube flags me for a racist comment calling it a Jap saw, even though that's what it's called and that's where they're from. Going outside to feed the animals, they're probably cold, dude. Cold and hungry. Veritas is a Western style saw. Yeah, I don't know. I just looked up that Veritas saw that he was talking about. It kind of looked like a Jap saw with a, you know what I mean, like a pistol grip handle on it. Pretty cool looking thing. I saw there's a little jig that you can get with them too. I need to do more things like dovetails. I just don't build small stuff. Everything I build is huge. You know what I mean? Like if I did dovetails on table skirts, be kind of goofy looking. Oh, those do cut on the push, not on the pull. Who is it that makes the little clear dovetail jig that works with pull saws? I've seen those, I really like them. They've got little magnets that hold the blade up against your piece, so once you place it on there, you can do the varying angles that are on the jig. Who is it that makes those? I was watching old Bearded Viking, and he's a big fan of those jigs. We're getting our panels painted up for our shaker doors here. Should have finished these a few days ago, but life's been busy. Getting them done now. I don't know why it made this one song. So this is all music that I made with some AI software. And it's all supposed to be instrumentals. For some reason it put lyrics into this one, which I didn't ask for. Apparently it just felt like this song should have lyrics to it. Cat's Moses, that's it. Cat's Moses. It'll work with pull or push, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that Cat's Moses jig, that thing looks really nice. I've seen a few different people recommend it now, haven't used one myself. I need to give myself a need for something like that. I think it would be pretty cool, pretty nice to make some little, you know, jewelry boxes and stuff like that. I need the furniture thing to take off so I can just hire somebody to do all this crap, and then I can work on some more finer pieces. Robert, I don't know if you saw it, man, but I made a Discord for everybody. June hopped in there. Chase hopped in there. I've got a gentleman named David that came from a long form video that I posted a couple weeks ago. We've kind of been hanging out in there. But just kind of a space for everybody to hang out, chat, show off what you're working on, you know, give some tool tips or ask some advice from people. There's a video call section where if anybody's bored and wants to hop in there and just get on a video call, you can join that, and anybody that's in there can join in and hang out together. Always going to be free. If you click the link that Nightbot just provided there, or if you type in !Discord, it'll pull up a link to it. You make a Discord account, you follow that link, and it'll get you in there for free. Not charging anybody for a membership or anything like that. Not, you know, requiring you to sign up to a Patreon or anything to hang out in the community. It's always going to be free. Always going to have a good place to learn around like-minded people that are starting the same kind of businesses as everybody here's starting. I really wanted to spray these doors instead of roll them, but I don't like spraying in the shop since my room's so small. You end up getting overspray on everything. And being, what, 30 degrees outside today, it's a little cold to spray outside. So we're just painting these in here. I'm gonna let this side dry, we're gonna flip it, and then start painting the other side. Let's see, what can see if I can't set this stuff somewhere. Went and priced 2 jobs, dude. What jobs did you price? Big jobs? I love client work, man. I'd rather have client work instead of trying to just sell things. Oh. Did it do the lyrics in this song in Spanish? That's awesome. That's what you get for not listening to them before you put them on your playlist. The perks of creating AI music. The perks of AI music. Oh, awesome. Thanks for throwing me on the TV, June. Have such a good day. Go get busy. Go get some things done. I'm going to sit here and listen to my Spanish folk music that I created. That's awesome. Oh no, this went on to somebody else's song. Okay, I was like, I don't recall hearing this in my list of songs. How do I put it on repeat here? Let's see. How do I put this playlist on repeat? Shuffle, enable repeat. Let's see, there's a cue. I don't know. We'll do the enable repeat and see what that does. Maybe that'll keep it going, who knows. 2 staircases in white oak and a high-end cabin and the handrails, then doing electrical work, putting the ceiling in on 2 big porches. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Send me some pictures of that white oak staircase. Are you looking at like treads? Or are you looking at, I mean, are you like framing the whole thing out? Are you building the risers and everything for it? That'd be a good job. Robert joined. Robert's in there. Heck yeah. Yeah, here soon, man, I'm going to start getting like some actual chats together so that, you know, there'll be a hangout night. We'll just pick like a predetermined night and everybody in there will know at, you know, 8 o'clock tonight, we're all going to come in and hang out and see how many people we can get in on a video call so everyone can just show off their shop, show off what they're doing. I think it'd be a pretty cool place to hang out. Man, I'm sick in here today, dude. I feel awful. I feel absolutely awful today. But I need to get these cabinets done. I need those pieces to dry so that we can flip them and do the other side. What else can we work on here while we're killing some time? Oh. Let's put our paint away so it doesn't start setting up on us. Let me find a little bag to wrap this up in. Give me 1 second. Alright. Get some coffee. Already framed, just doing the treads and kicks. Okay. Handrails and pickets. Are they wanting the handrail formed? What kind of handrail are they looking for that? Yeah, Chase, I saw you got a 3D printer, man. That's sweet. Somebody else that I hang out with on YouTube Live just bought a 3D printer too. That'll be a lot of fun. Have you guys seen with a 3D printer, you can print wood now? They've got like wood, I don't know what they are, wood substrates or something, but it'll print in wood now. Freaking wild. Crazy stuff. What can we mess with? What can we work on? I don't really have anything other than these. I need to put some Christmas projects together to film this afternoon. Might just go hang out for a little bit. Wait for the crap feeling to go away. Yeah, you can look up like a bunch of plans and stuff for those, right? 30 to 40% wood fiber, can sand it and stain it. Yeah, that's what I saw, dude. It's really sweet. I saw a guy that was making 3D printed drawer handles that were, you know, wooden door handles. But that's what he was doing. He was like staining them to match the cabinet doors that he made. Pretty cool stuff. So while he was working on the cabinet doors, he had the printer printing out like, it was like 8 handles on a sheet at a time. Yeah, I've got my buddy Brandon, if he ends up popping in here, my buddy Brandon has a 3D printer and he's made all sorts of stuff. He made a sword for his kid that, I mean, this thing was like this long, and he printed it in like 3 different sections, and then you have to plastic weld them together. Pretty cool stuff. It came out really nice. With the cost of filament and everything, are you saving money by printing things yourself? I'm sure some stuff would be cheaper to print as opposed to, you know, like buying the actual thing. And I know there's a lot of different little woodworking jigs and stuff that you can make with a 3D printer. I mean, hell, Katz Moses with that little dovetail jig, that's probably how they started making them before they went to like a resin mold for them. Find something that you can make like that that would be like, you know, a revolutionary product, in the woodworking space and then sell it with your business name on it. Get a patent on it and everything. Oh, I guess we can work on painting these frames. Why you bought it? Right. Yeah, that would be awesome, dude. That would be genius. Let's see, let's get the shop vac. Somebody steal my shop vac? What in the world? Oh, I'm gonna have to run in the house and find the shop vac that somebody walked off with. Give me a minute. Someone decided to steal it apparently. And electrical tape it to something. Okay. Be back in a few. Right on, Robert. I'll see you, brother. Okay, so what do we got on here? 120, that'll work. 120 is good for paint. Okay. I'm gonna get these. On the last stream, we got all of our pocket hole plugs for our frames. We got all those put in, let the glue dry, and then got wood filler put in here. So to finish these off, I'm gonna finish sanding these. I'm gonna hit our edges to break these hard edges everywhere, and then go ahead and start painting up our frame pieces. Pico. What are you up today? Up to today? What are you up today? Up to today? I am in here in the shop, sick, finishing up these cabinet doors so I can get them to the client. I was supposed to get them to her this past weekend, but that didn't happen. So we're in here finishing these up today so that I can get them to their new home this coming week. Some client work. These are the frames right here that our new shaker doors are going to go into. Just kind of getting all this shaped up and ready for paint. I love these little foam sanding blocks. Getting kids ready for school, heard that. Our kids went to school 3 hours ago. Over here on the East Coast time, Sanding down these frame pieces like this is a bit overkill, but we go above and beyond for our clients. Which is kind of why I charge so much. You charge more so that you can go above and beyond for your clients. Morning, Jen. Last minute is the best minute. That ain't no lie. That ain't no lie. What are you doing, Jen? You working? I'm trying to get these cabinet doors finished up here so I can get them off to their new home. That feels nice. That feels nice. Working, heard that. I just want to go home and play Arc Raiders. Oh. Did you see that Arc Raiders passed up Battlefield for the concurrent player count? They've got more concurrent players than Battlefield 6 now. Not gonna say I called it, but I wasn't wrong. Gotta go. Hey, Eco. Have a good day. Have a good day. I'll pop into one of your streams again here soon. We'll hang out. Corners fixed up here. Did you? I hopped on yesterday for just a minute while Fortnite was updating and took out a leaper with a guy. This guy was in a building and he was shooting it with, oh darn it, an anvil. And he said he'd gone through like 20 rounds with this anvil. The thing was like barely smoking at all. So I ran up with my 3 snap blast grenades and I was like, hey buddy, you need some help? And that's when he was talking about using his anvil. He was like, I saw to shoot the kneecaps. And I was like, nah dude, just do this. And I threw all 3 of those snap blast grenades. The first one went off, the second went off and killed it, and then the third one like flew off of it and went off like 10 feet away. Blaze grenades cook it, yeah, that's what I heard to use on them was blaze grenades. They're weak to fire. Yeah, that's what I was telling Great Skull. We need to use blaze grenades against them. They're weak to fire. I saw a video today too. I don't know how true it was, but this guy went up not with a blaze grenade, but with a blaze trap. So it's a trap, so whenever it's set off, it sets off a blaze grenade. Guy went up to the Queen, threw a blaze grenade trap onto this one spot on the side of it, backed up and shot the trap, and then ran away as he was looking back, and it killed it. And he claims that all you need is 1 blaze grenade trap to kill a Queen. It could have been damaged before, but in his video, I mean, it wasn't smoking, it wasn't on fire, it wasn't, you know, anything. So it was kind of crazy. You didn't lose 2 hole crackers. You gave 2 hole crackers to somebody that's really going to use them. That's what happened. Now they're going to go pass them off to somebody. I'm surprised they haven't implemented a system with the chicken yet to where, say you get downed, but somebody doesn't loot your body, so your stuff is just left out, you know, on the field. There's another game that I played that if that happened, then 24 hours later, you could pay to recover that stuff, which was cheaper than buying it new in the store. You were just recovering your stuff. But I'm surprised they haven't put in something yet with the chicken where, you know, it like goes and recovers some of your loot or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Donated them. Heck yeah. Those people were excited. Guy was like, oh, no way. Person had a hole cracker and we just demolished them. Alright, I think we got that fairly squared away for paint. Get the dust off of it here. Work on the other one. Man. Oh, that sucks. Were you third-partied as you were using it too? Like, did they hear it going off and they were like, oh shoot, let's go take that? Got the animals fed, heck yeah. That's one thing done and done. Sure they heard it, yeah, I'm sure too. One of the leapers that I was after yesterday had a guy come up and try to third party, but luckily I had another random person that was hanging out around the area with me, and he said as that person was rolling in, he dropped them while I was working on, you know, the leaper. But you need, aside from all of the leaper, you know, gadgets, whatever that you need, there's also like 4 others that you need to get for your expedition. It's back. Actually, my name is Circus, believe it or not. The name be Circus. Went from 30 and 4-ish inches of snow yesterday to 50 in mud today. Yeah, that's how our yard is right now. Snow's melted and everything's just kind of soggy. It's supposed to warm up, I think, like 63 or so here the next couple days, so I'm kind of hoping all that clears up and we don't end up with some kind of septic problems again like we had last year. Grilled cheese with pickles? Ugh. Ugh. Don't listen to Jim when it comes to cooking advice, okay? That's a good way to ruin a grilled cheese right there. Ugh. I mean, I'll put some ham on a grilled cheese. I'll put some bacon on a grilled cheese. Pickles? Pickles don't belong on anything. Pickles deserve to stay in the airtight sealed jar so that you can't even smell them. That's the place for pickles. Pretty good advice. Jen, how long's your beard today? Let me see if I can do it. Hang on. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. I don't think I have it set up for that. We'll see. Nah. You gotta do it yourself. Smoothie with pickle juice. Oh God. Oh, don't say that while I'm sick. Oh, that's rough. You don't have a beard? I bet you do. Mrs. has grown like 16 inches since we've been live. Oh man, I need some Mucinex or something. I feel awful. This sucks. Trying to get these done here today. Robert's got a 25-inch beard. Heard that. Robert, I heard if you plug your nose and close your mouth and breathe like really hard, just push that air out real hard, you can probably get like another foot or so on that thing today. have Mass. I didn't even know they were Catholic. That was a good one. That was a solid one. That was a solid one. Didn't even know they were Catholic myself. Nightbot has some zingers. Nightbot hasn't heard mine. Pirate walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, what's with that big ship wheel hanging from your belt buckle?" So that thing's huge. Pirate said, "Arg, I don't know, but it's driving me nuts." Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh at that. That wasn't funny. Oh. We need to make a command nerd. What would happen when you type in command nerd? Put a counter like way over there in the corner. So anytime I say something dumb, you can type in command nerd and the counter way over there will go up. That'd be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. Counter go up so fast. Know what else would go up so fast? Never mind. Never mind. Don't answer that. Never mind. See, that'd be another tick on the counter right there. Oh, man. All right. Let's go this way. something like that. Oh. Hiccup. Man, I am feeling some food soon. What do we get for lunch today? I'll probably run home and make some lunch. But what am I gonna make? That is the question. In the famous words of Shakespeare, that is the question. What do we do for food today? Grilled cheese and pickle? Man, I'll tell you, those look like some white panels to me. Yummy. Bar. Keep getting little chunkies in our paint. Try and use up the last little bit of paint we got in the tray here. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, there's one coat on the other side. Okay. Oh, feel like poopy doo-doo. I might run to the house and make some lunch. We got 2 coats on our insides of our panels. We got 1 coat on the outside. So I'm gonna run and make some lunch. Probably make me some more coffee. Come back, we'll get a 2nd coat on on the outside of our panels. Get those set to the side so that we can start painting our frames. Get the frames painted and finished so that we can set those back to the side, get these put together, and then paint the frames of our cabinet doors. That sounds like a pretty darn good plan. So let's knock that out, and then at some point this afternoon as well, whether it be before I go back live or after I go back live, it might be before, I'm going to make a couple Christmas videos of projects that I'd really like for you guys to watch. Some new concepts on some old designs. So I'm going to show you a couple Christmas projects before the season actually comes around here that you can either use as gifts for your friends and family, or you can sell them on places like Facebook Marketplace or Etsy. So make sure you check for those tonight. I will be back here in a little bit for part 3 of hopefully wrapping these doors up and getting them finished so that we can get them off to the client. Grab a bag of ice on your way home. You could have just texted my phone, woman. Holy moly. Listen to our moderator in here telling me what to do, Jen. Y'all have a good day if I don't see you later. If I do, we'll be live again.